Okay.
Oh, there. Yep.
I'm 2 for 2.
Great job.
Thank you. So basically what this is about is just what comes next. You're at the end of your level 2 training. And so we want you to know about what level 3 is. That's called the Diamond Factory. So once you've reached Emerald, you'll move up to the Diamond level training. And you guys all know how to get to Diamond, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So that will be your next goal after you've reached Emerald. Now, are either of you there yet, or are you still working towards it?
I'm going to reach Emerald probably the end of July. I'm going to sign Bob up when we get back from vacation.
Awesome.
So I will be, and then I have another gal that I'm kind of talking to right now that I don't know what she's thinking at this point.
Okay. No, that's fantastic. You just keep talking to those people, Michelle. What about you, Maria? What do you think?
I've been trying, and I feel like I'm struggling so much, and I just feel like I'm beating a dead horse, basically. Okay. And so I'm just kind of, I did get 2 people in the clean eating group.
Great.
So I was happy with that.
That's wonderful. You know what, before we continue with that, since you brought that up, why don't we talk about it for a minute? So tell me what specifically you feel like you're struggling with. Like you're beating a dead horse. You feel like you're just repeating yourself over and over?
Yeah, because I don't really have a lot of people in my life that choose to be healthy and exercise, and they don't really care.
Okay.
I mean, I work in the healthcare field, and it's surprising how many people will sit there and eat 3 donuts on break. And you know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, so.
I do, because listen, I work in healthcare too, so I see it happening all around me as well. And I get teased a lot for the food I bring in and eat, and that's okay.
So do I.
Yeah.
And it's like, why?
Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy that you get teased for it? But give those people a little bit of time, because they will come around and they'll say, you know what, I admire you for what you're doing, and talk to me about it some more. And once they see you doing it more, they will follow you.
And I am from a small community, so it's like I work with the same people for the last 5.5 years, and
that can be challenging. And so then the other thing I'm going to tell you to do is make new friends.
Yeah. That's one thing. It's like, how do you do that?
Yes.
On
Facebook. Facebook is the perfect way. I don't know if you do Facebook or Instagram or both. Those are the perfect outlets to meet new people.
Okay.
So, and I'm not very good at Instagram. I need to get better at it.
I've not ever used Instagram, but
some people have tremendous success at that once they figure it out. So for you, what I would suggest is finding, you can go to Facebook and in the search tab, search something like friends of friends who like Jillian Michaels, for example.
Okay.
And then
that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's going to populate a list of people that will have similar interests to what you might have. And you can look at their profile and say, oh, this person looks like somebody that I might want on my team. And then you can send that person a friend request.
Okay.
Maria, I also saw, sorry for cutting out at the end of the next call. My phone died.
That's okay.
And I'm in the dark still because I'm tired and I want to go to bed. But I saw that you posted something about running.
Yes.
What about joining like a local running group where you live? Go to Meetup and look for like a local running group, like a women's running group, or there's a ton of women's running group, women athletes. And Brigitte Linford, one of like the top 20 coaches in the company, she actually said that she did this in the beginning. She likes, I think, scrapbooking. I know nothing about scrapbooking. I'm not that kind of person, but I love to run. And I've joined like triathlon groups, women's running groups, and you don't post about Beachbody stuff right away, but just make some friends in there.
Yeah.
Interact in the group, post about your runs, talk about it. And then maybe a month from now, 2 months from now, you'll friend some of these people, maybe a local running group, go on runs with some of these women, casually talk about it. And like I said, it might not happen a month from now, maybe 2 months from now, but then before you know it, you're building this whole tribe, this whole team of women that are like you.
Well, see, this is the funny thing is that Leah Barry and Carlene Doring both live in my same town, which is a population of like 3,000 people. And they
God,
run.
Oh my God! My first private school was bigger than.
Yeah. So I mean, it's very small, and Carlene did daycare for my kids. So they do a running thing. I know she runs with a few people, but she does softball and all that stuff. And I've kind of gotten out of that since I had kids. But I think we have, because we know so many of the same people.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I need to try to reach in a different direction, I think.
Yes, I agree.
And
that's why Facebook is so great.
Right.
What about your Shakeology cup? I know that Christy Conrad talked about, always having your Shakeology cup with you, and even if it has water in it or
great idea
or whatever, it can maybe help you strike up a conversation with somebody that you don't know.
Right. Yeah. And I do bring it to work, because I usually bring my shake. Either I drink it at home or bring it on the way to work, and then I just refill it with water.
Perfect.
And I always have it sitting in the break room. So
I just bought a pretty new one. I just ordered it today. I ordered one of those, the green ones. They have like the purple and the green, the real stylish ones.
Okay.
I think it was like $20, and it's pretty. So, because my tumbler my other one was getting nasty.
That might be an idea too. Yeah.
Yes. I will tell you, I pack my 21-day fix containers every day in my lunch too. And someone just saw my containers and said, "I want that. How'd you get that?" It was that simple. Like, she had seen the infomercial. It's not always that easy, of course. I was just like, well, I don't, what just happened here? Because it was one of those lucky days. But yeah. So have your stuff and just be ready to casually talk about it. You don't want to chase someone down and be like, buy my stuff. Because that's
exactly.
And to be honest with you, Maria, I didn't, in the beginning, like, I do a little bit more now with like B-list posts, but barely any of my customers were from like my friends. They were all people I didn't know, because I didn't want to be like salesy and pitch. And because I'm in real estate sales for my other job, I didn't want to like, Beachbody real estate. Like, I wanted to just keep it separate. So, I mean, I did spend, some money on advertising and boosting my page and, posting in groups that I like. So, I mean, it took a little longer than it would have if I had done things on my personal page and messaged more personal friends, but I was willing to take the time and do the advertising and join groups and take a little bit longer to build, because that's the way that I wanted to build it. So you have to realize that if you're going to reach out to all friends, or if you're from a small town, you just have to find other ways to do it. And there are. I mean, Brigitte Linford was from Idaho Falls, Idaho, which I don't even know where that is. It just sounds really small. It sounds really, really small. But yeah, so don't let that block you, because there's millions and millions of people on Facebook. You just got to find them.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so once you get to Emerald, your next step, of course, like we were just talking about, will be the Diamond Factory. But in between there, I want you to keep doing your daily steps, your power of threes. Continue to shoot for Success Club every month. Continue to reach out and talk to people. Reach out and touch someone. Does anyone remember that commercial? Sorry.
Yeah.
Just continue to do those things every single day. Be a proof that the product works. Get your exercise in, drink your Shakeology, all those things. That make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. So I'm going to change slides here and talk briefly about some of the things that we like to post in creating your own graphics. So one of the ones that I know Jamie and Deanna absolutely love, I don't use it as much, is PicMonkey. And that is one you can do on your computer. It is free if you want a free one. There's also one you can upgrade to for a little bit extra, but it's still relatively inexpensive. This is just a list of a few different ones, and I have a ton of them that I like to use as well. And basically, you can just create graphics on photos that you already have. Or if you see something, online that you like, you can grab it, screenshot it, and then put text on it, that kind of thing. If you like to put little what do you call those little pictures you can put on them? I don't know. You guys know I'm not technologically smart here. But on your iPhone, this first one, Fonto, that is one of my favorite ones because you can change, you can make it brighter, you can make it darker, you can make it black and white if you wish. You can put words on there and all kinds of different fonts, scripts, whatever. And it's great. And there's a whole list of them here that are like that. I'm not going to read them all to you because I know you guys are all literate, so you can take care of that at your own pace. But if you just search whether you have Android or iPhone, if you just search your app network and, put in collage, for example, you'll get an app that you can make a collage out of. There are so many out there. Do you guys use any of those?
I just actually freed up space on my phone 2 days ago to finally download one of those.
Good. That's perfect. I will tell you that I have to free up space on my phone sometimes too. My daughter likes to download some things and I'm like, what the heck is that? I don't have room for that. So off it goes. But yeah, I do most of my business from my phone, not my computer. And that's why, because of those fun little apps. Ooh, that was a loud vibrate. Whose ever phone that was.
I use one called Udoodle, and I also use one called Watermark.
Okay.
Just to easily, it already has my watermark on there, so all I have to do is click on it, put the photo in, hit text, and it puts, my name on there.
Good.
So it literally takes me 30 seconds to watermark things.
I need to get that one because that is not one I do. I go in every single time and put my email on there, and I should just do something like that. It would be a lot quicker.
Yeah, it's just an app called Watermark. Just put in your app, just type in Watermark, it'll come up. It was free.
Perfect. And I have that next, actually, on my next slide here is always watermark your graphics. And so what does that mean? That just means it's a way for it to be identified as yours. Somebody can still borrow it. They can find a way to get that, you can make someone, you know what I mean, like make the picture bigger and retake a picture of it. I've done that with other people's photos before and then put my own watermark on it. Deanna, I don't know, do you do that too?
Do I do what? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Do you ever take someone else's picture and then put your own watermark on it?
Yeah, I try to, I put it in my photos.
Yeah.
In the iPhone, and then I try to crop out their watermark.
That's what I do. I do that too. So people can do that, but you got to work to do that a little bit. So if you watermark your own pictures and put your own stamp on it somehow, it makes it a little bit harder for someone else to steal it. But
if it's really important to me, I'll try to throw the watermark right across the middle of it, so there's no way that somebody can take it. But if I really don't care, I'm like, whatever. If they steal it, no biggie. I throw it on the bottom just so if people share it, then they know it's mine. I'm not so worried about people stealing it. But if I really don't want anyone to steal it, then I throw that watermark right in the middle.
And is that your email address?
It can be whatever you want. It can be like a C and then your name or your email, so people know to email you, the name of your page. It can be however you want to brand yourself.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of people do like the @ whatever for their Twitter or their Instagram. Do that as well. Whatever, like Deanna just said, whatever you want it to be. But just always make sure you try to put that on there on your photos, especially if it's like something really useful and important. And it's hard to know what is. I've noticed that as I post, like I posted something to my like page today. I thought it was great. Yesterday, the same thing. And then I see that the reach is maybe 18 people. And I go, how did I think this was so great? And no one responded to it. And then the stupid stuff I post is what people seem to love. So I haven't figured it out. If you guys figure out what people want to see, by all means, let me know. But it's hit or miss. So keep that in mind too. But that's really what this call was about, where to go going forward and creating your graphics and just some different ways that you guys can do that. So you can keep posting, keep making your 10 posts every day.
All right.
What questions do you have? Any? I told you it was going to be a short, simple one.
Well, I always have a question.
Yes, please.
So like when I sent out my page, my like page, I invited everybody to do that, and only like so many people joined it or accepted that or followed it or whatever the lingo is.
Yes.
How do I get the other ones to like it?
You can send that out again. You can do that as many times as you want. You can send it to all your friends, or you can pick and choose which ones.
Because It says I've already invited them though.
Oh, that means the invitation is still out there and they have yet to accept it. Sometimes if they click on ignore, it'll allow you to re-invite them. They maybe just haven't seen it or just responding to it for whatever reason. I've had that.
What about typing up a message like, hey, I this has really helped me, like however you think your audience would respond best. I have free clean eating challenges, fitness challenges. I would love for you to like my page and just follow along on my journey. It would mean a lot to me.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm kind of thinking, because I'm planning on doing something now next week, because we've been doing that 21-day fix. And Sunday is our last day of the challenge. So I was thinking about doing something like that, or like that Throwback Thursday too. I thought, well, obviously I'm not going to get that done tonight for tomorrow, because if I showed you guys where I was, if I turned my phone around, you would laugh hysterically. But it's quality husband and wife time, even though he's working, laying cement blocks, and I'm sitting here watching him.
Oh, okay, you do what you got to do.
But anyways, so I just was thinking that I would maybe try to do that again, but I didn't know how to do it. That's why I thought I would ask tonight at the meeting, is how can I put that back out there to, like my page, or
I would actually post it on Facebook, Maria. Do it
separate from like adding it into.
Post it from your personal page, like your own personal page.
Oh, okay.
And have the link in there to it so that people can just go, oh, and then they can click on that and go like your page. Just say, hey guys, I'm trying to do this. Do me a favor, show me some love, and head over to my page and like it.
Okay.
And what the way that Christy told me that she boosted the likes on her page is if she like has people in a free clean eating challenge, or she helps people, gives them advice for free, they're always so appreciative. And she says, hey, if you're really appreciative of what I've done and you really enjoyed this, can you share my page with a friend? Can you invite a friend to like my page? If there's people that Tina was saying that she had a couple people that wanted to repeat the clean eating challenge. She was fine with them repeating, but she told them, if you want to repeat the clean eating challenge, you have to invite a friend.
That's good.
That's a good idea.
Yep. So that's basically how things work in this business and any other kind of business like it is referrals.
Right.
If somebody's happy with the level of service that you're giving them, and if somebody's happy with their results, they're gonna share.
Right.
And sometimes you have to remind them to share. I have to do it in my business. Like people will be like, oh, so thank you. How can I repay you? I'm like, hey, if you know somebody looking for a house, give them my name.
Right.
Right.
And people are like, oh yeah, because they don't always think of it. Like you think you're being pushy, but people don't always think that way. And I've learned that just to give great customer service and do your job, and the rest kind of falls into place. And, I've been in real estate for probably 6 years now, and it took a couple years for it to like compound itself. And then after those couple years, it was like, holy crap, like all of a sudden it just like exploded. And I was like, aha, that's why it's a little easier for me to see this thing for the long term.
Sure.
Because I know what it can be, and I know it's just not instantaneous. So that's what you have to kind of keep reminding yourself. And that's really, really hard to do.
Yeah.
Really hard to do.
It is.
Right. Okay. All right.
That's it, you guys.
Yay.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording and end the call, but you guys have a great night, okay?
Yeah, you too.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Wait, I got to figure out how to do it.